Imagine if Kefla was well written. Do you think this scene would exist? I didn't think so. First things first, I hate Kale and Kefla, and I especially despise Kefla. They are horrible Mary Sues, and their antics ruined the Tournament of Power for me. I still love it, but any episode with these two involved just pisses me off. Now before you call me a sexist, please get out. I don't hate them because they're powerful female characters, okay? I don't care what gender a powerful character has. I mean, if Jiren, Toppo, or even Dispo were female, I'd have been calm. The reason I hate how they are able to contend with Goku is because they are Saiyans. Now don't give me the Broly became stronger than Blue Goku and Vegeta in one fight excuse, because Broly was such a prodigy that the king exiled him before he could do anything because he was such a danger to the universe. This already set Broly up to be powerful. We then get introduced to his Ikari form, which is a special form unique to him, which he used his Ozaru power without transforming, on top of him being a clearly established prodigy. He also turned Super Saiyan the legitimate way, like every other Universe 7 Saiyan, with the exception of Goten and Trunks. However, first of all, that was done as a joke, and they also most likely carry the Super Saiyan gene because their dads could do it at the time of their conception. Now, do Kale and Kefla's parents have the Super Saiyan gene? No! In fact, no Saiyan other than Kaba knew how to go Super Saiyan in Universe 6. I don't care how much of a prodigy they may be, their base forms are nothing like Broly's base form, because Broly is around Vegeta's age, who is somewhere under 48 because he was dead, but not for very long. Broly has also been training his entire life. I really don't think Kale or Kefla, who look like adolescent teenagers, have been training for a very long time, so they have no right to compete with Goku or Vegeta's base forms. I wouldn't hate their power as much if they just weren't Saiyans, because they're making a mockery of the forms our main characters work so hard to achieve. The way the Saiyan forms work has already been established. You can't make the rules different for another character because they're girls. I had no problem with Android 18 when she first appeared in the Cell arc being far stronger than the Super Saiyan, because she's not a Saiyan herself. We can't compare her to others of her species because they were the first of their kind of androids. Along with that, Trunks coming back in time reaffirmed that we should expect them to be insane, considering he came back and wrecked the main villain of the last arc and was still too weak to beat the androids in his own timeline. My issues with Kefla is the fact that none of her Super Saiyan forms should be able to compete with either Goku or Vegeta at base level. I know Kaba looked like he was pretty even with base Vegeta, but in that fight, Vegeta was clearly far stronger than him. If Super Saiyan has the same multiplier for everyone, then if base Kaba equals base Vegeta, then Super Saiyan Kaba would also equal Super Saiyan Vegeta, and that's clearly not the case because Vegeta took a punch from rage boosted Super Saiyan Kaba to the face without any difficulty. These Universe 6 Saiyans should not be able to compete with Goku or Vegeta's base forms without at least a minimum of Super Saiyan 3. Now Kale, I get it, is meant to be some prodigy, but she's extremely inconsistent, and I'll explain that later in the video because I am going to be trying to explain and figure out whether the Dragon Ball Super manga or anime did the 3 female Saiyan characters better. This is Kefla, the character who broke power scaling. The anime version. I'm going to start with the anime because that came out first, and I also want to make it clear that when I compare characters in the anime, I'm comparing characters to other characters in the anime and not the manga. And the same will go for the manga because the manga and anime have 2 different canons, so it would be unfair to compare between the 2. Okay, now that that's clear, let's start with episode 92, where Kaba shows Kefla the whole tingly back BS and she becomes a Super Saiyan. Look, I agree with the logic, but not with the results. Anyways, according to Kefla, her Super Saiyan form is stronger than Kaba's, which changes nothing because that's still weaker than base Vegeta. Kale then tries to go Super Saiyan as well, and ends up going not Broly in episode 93 after getting called some names? Ugh. It's all well and truly stupid, but at least she transformed by getting pissed instead of, back tingles. Besides, this is the same show in which the original legendary Super Saiyan was motivated by a crying infant, so at least name calling in the present is a better reason to be pissed. Anyways, Kale decimates Super Saiyan Kaba, and when she tries to shoot a blast to finish him off, Kefla all of a sudden pulls Super Saiyan 2 out of nowhere. What? This girl is pulling new forms out of her ass by tingling herself. I know that sounded way more sexual than it needed to, but I wouldn't have said it if that wasn't actually what was happening. Now, I don't think Super Saiyan 2 Kefla is stronger than Kale, but I do think she can survive against her for a little bit. Now, the tournament is when we get an idea of what base Kale is actually capable of, and she's surprisingly pretty weak. She can't even hold up against these guys from Universe 10 who are literally just muscleheads. She actually needs Kefla to step in, and she does dominate the skinny dude, but then struggles a bit against the fat dude. But it's fine, she wins, it doesn't matter. Then we get Super Saiyan 2 Kefla versus Goku Super Saiyan 2, in which Goku hardly tries, so it's fine, it's all Gucci, everything makes sense. We then get Not Broly fight pretty well against Super Saiyan 2 Goku as well. This is fine, I can roll with this, it's just Super Saiyan 2 and she's some legendary Super Saiyan, so it's all calm. I can accept this, cause I mean we all know Goku's still got Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, or even Blue if he really needs to, and she's done. Oh wait, what's this? I actually don't get it. Is she stronger than Super Saiyan Blue now? Because Jiren one-shot her. Does this mean that Jiren is so strong he can one-shot Blue Goku? No! It's made clear that Goku was holding back against her like he did against Krillin, but I still think that this was a stupid thing to do. We then get base Kefla struggle against this guy whose only power is to rip off the Hellzone grenade, but then full power Kale and Kefla defeat him and 3 other Pride Troopers together, which I guess if Kale's doing all the work makes sense. Then we skip like 12 episodes where we get our last set of fights involving these two. Episode 113 starts with Kefla Super Saiyan 2 versus base Goku, and it all makes perfect sense. Base Goku is easily taking her even after being tired from the fight with Jiren, but Kefla does seem to be able to improve as the fight goes on and does manage to put up an even fight with Goku, so I can accept that, alright, this is calm because Goku's tired. Goku then goes Super Saiyan 2, which means his strength is now increased by 100 times, and when Kefla fights him, she can feel that his strength is much higher than hers, so we Gucci with the power scaling right now. Goku's still pretty confident in his strength, and actually calls Kale into the fray. Kefla and Kale seem to be getting the better of him, but Goku actually keeps getting better as the fight goes on, and even goes Super Saiyan 3 at one point, shocking both of the Lady Saiyans. Clearly, this means they are weaker than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, even with Kale's restrained Broly form. Now yes, I did say restrained because she hasn't actually mastered it yet, according to the next episode. You know what yet? This episode has been fine. All of the power scaling has been perfect and makes complete sense. Good job, Dragon Ball Super. Episode 114 begins with Kale going back into her Berserk form and then mastering it in like 2 seconds because of the pain of being in the friend zone. Don't worry Kale, I do get you. I just wish I could go mastered Berserk Super Saiyan when it happens to me. Anyways, we then have them fight Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and they do begin to overpower him. I will allow this, because I can accept that together, thanks to Kale's mastery of her full Berserk form, they may be max a bit higher than Goku Super Saiyan 3 level. Goku finally does get serious a bit more, and goes Super Saiyan God, decimating both of them with minimal effort. Just as he tries to knock them off, we then get the arrival of Kefla. From here, everything goes wrong. Somehow, she manages to destroy Goku in his Super Saiyan God with her base form. I know recent information revealed that Vegito is a match for Beerus in Super Saiyan Blue, but that doesn't excuse the fact that base Kefla should not be this powerful. Tell me, do you think Super Vegito is as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku who fought Beerus? If your answer is no, then you should agree. As hard as it is for me to say, her base form forces Goku into Super Saiyan Blue, and so we get Blue Goku versus Super Saiyan Kefla. The fight's pretty even, but somehow she still forces Goku to resort to Kaioken, which is just so dumb, but nothing compared to this. One kick. Literally the only hit she got on him after he activates Kaioken, and she beats him. The end of the episode shows Goku getting Ultra Instinct again, and so begins the final showdown between these two titans of the tournament. In my opinion, Kefla should not be anywhere higher than Boost Saga Super Vegito, and would he have stood a chance against Super Saiyan Blue Goku? No. So it makes no sense for her to be able to. Kefla then goes Super Saiyan 2 to fight Goku's Ultra Instinct, and everyone's amazed as if she's actually stronger than Blue Kaioken. Do you know how insane this is? If Super Saiyan 2 Kefla is this strong, then imagine if she went Super Saiyan Blue or even got Ultra Instinct. She would be Whis level, maybe even Grand Priest level. Thankfully we get some logic back and Super Saiyan 2 Kefla is unable to touch Ultra Instinct Goku, and so with the power instilled on him from the Hand of Future, Goku makes good use of Ultra Instinct and sends Kefla right back to the streets. Now before we get into the manga version, here's a quick message from our sponsor. Have you guys ever wanted some wavy looking anime t-shirts, hoodies or accessories? Well, the lads over at Kaioken Clothing will hook you up with the very best quality anime based streetwear. Check out the store in the description and use the code TELBY for 10% off your entire order and become a true fan of your favourite anime. The manga version. We first meet Kefla in chapter 32 and we're shown that she's kind of a gangster who uses her strength to steal stuff. That's pretty cool, and she's kind of similar to the Universe 7 Saiyans who used to steal planets with their strength. She also has a little posse which includes the character of Kale, a pretty quiet girl, but we're given hints that there's more to her than meets the eye. It's made clear to us that Kefla is stronger than most of the Sadala army, which is why she's so feared. Aye, fair enough, she's pretty tough for a Universe 6 Saiyan. I can accept that. In fact, Base Kefla is stronger than Base Cabba, who put up an alright fight against Base Vegeta, but obviously wasn't stronger than him in any way. Super Saiyan Cabba demolishes Kefla though, because obviously he got the 50 times boost, so it's clear that Kefla really ain't all that compared to Goku or Vegeta, but that's fine, they're Universe 6 Saiyans. Kale in the manga really surprised me though, because she manages to catch Super Saiyan Cabba off guard and steals the necklace back from him, so it's hinted her base may actually be stronger than his Super Saiyan form, which I mean is fair considering she's meant to be some crazy prodigy Saiyan. I actually really like this version of Kale. She's not crazy submissive like in the anime, she's very subtle and low key with her strength, because she actually doesn't want to make Kefla think she's stronger than her, kind of like how Future Trunks didn't want his dad to know he surpassed him to not hurt his feelings. Later in the manga, we meet with Kefla and Cabba talking about how easy it was to turn Super Saiyan, which obviously means back tingles. But in the manga they never outright said it was the whole tingly back stupidity, so that's a plus I guess. Oh, and Kale's there too, but she didn't actually turn Super Saiyan yet in the manga. That's interesting, they're keeping her base form until the tournament. We then go a whole 5 chapters to chapter 37, where we get to see Kefla fight. It begins with her getting decimated in base form by Frieza. Kefla then goes Super Saiyan, but Frieza seems to be handling her fine, until she seems to catch him off guard for a moment. Now I can't tell if he actually got hurt by her sneak attack, but he does admit that she is stronger than the first Super Saiyan he fought. Now if you think this means current Goku, you're wrong. In manga canon, Frieza has only fought 2 Super Saiyans, Namek Saga Goku and Android Saga Future Trunks. He only fought Blue Goku in Resurrection of F, and notice that he said she's stronger than the first Super Saiyan he fought, and not any Super Saiyan he fought. To me this implies that Kefla is around Android Saga Future Trunks, which makes sense because even though she may be a prodigy, she's not got the innate instinct to constantly train like the Universe 7 Saiyans. Now if you remember in the show, Kefla actually struggled against Napapa, who Frieza absolutely destroyed, so it appears manga Frieza must be weaker than anime Frieza. Golden Frieza however then demolishes Kefla like he should, but it amazes me that he even bothered transforming against her, considering that in the manga, Kefla doesn't even know Super Saiyan 2, which I'm perfectly happy with by the way. I mean, the tingly back has ruined enough forms for me. We then have Kale defeat the Talisman Lady, but she lost to Master Roshi, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing this shows is that in the manga, base Kale is far stronger and a much more competent fighter, which I really liked about her. She then sneaks around, hitting Frieza in the back of the head, allowing Super Saiyan Kefla to knock him away. I mean, it makes no sense, but since Super Saiyan Blue Goku got beat by a ray gun when his guard was down, I'll allow it. Frieza finally catches Kale doing this and states that Kale's little attacks were actually stronger than any of Kefla's hardest, so that confirms base Kale is stronger than both Super Saiyan Kefla and Cabba, which I guess is fair because, again, she's a prodigy. Anyway, Kefla then gets back into her fight with Frieza, leaving her pretty broken, so Cabba even tries to get in, but obviously, he's nothing, and Frieza just strangles him and knocks him down. We then see KO transform into her Super Saiyan Berserk over something stupid and somehow manages to knock Frieza around. You might think this is Frieza holding back against her like Goku did in the anime, but remember, Frieza ain't like that. He does whatever it takes to win and would never let himself lose to a Saiyan in such an embarrassing way. This means that Super Saiyan Berserk KO is stronger than Golden Frieza, who is around Super Saiyan Blue Goku at the time of the tournament, which is stronger than Resurrection of F Golden Frieza. But then Frieza also says he wasn't serious, so at this point, who knows. Now the big shocker from the manga is KO beating Annie Laza in one shot. Remember, this is the guy the 5 strongest from Universe 7 struggled to beat in the show. But since the manga has a different continuity, it's not exactly wrong because it scales characters differently, no matter how much we may hate it. We then get the idea that KO may be the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 6. Okay, this is just wank writing. When Vegeta taught Kaba and told him the form was called Super Saiyan, why didn't Kaba think of this legend? Exactly. Also, this is a legend from Universe 7 as well, so it shouldn't be in Universe 6 because they evolved differently. Then all of a sudden Universe 11's fighters are able to defeat KO because of teamwork, which, I'm sorry, but that's not making any sense. How can she wallop Golden Frieza but then lose to these base Goku level fighters? Their teamwork did not help them against a rampaging monster earlier in the manga, so what the hell? These guys actually end up knocking Kale off, so Kaba has to come and put the earring on her. We then get the birth of Kefla, who destroys Universe 11, including Dispo, and remember what's mad here is Dispo almost beat Hit and needed both Ultimate Gohan and Golden Frieza to lose. Kefla then shoots a blast at both Goku and Jiren, thinking she can take on both, but then out of nowhere, Gohan comes in to fight her. Ultimate Gohan and Kefla seem to be on par with each other, shocking Goku. The rest of their fight happens off screen, and in the end, they end up knocking each other out, so it's a tie. Kefla, in the manga, is on par with Ultimate Gohan. That's pretty mad to think about, considering it took Goku, an even stronger version of the Ultra Instinct Omen that he used against Jiren, to beat her in the show. So overall, who did KO, Kefla and Kefla the best? Manga or anime? Toyotaro or Toei? The answer, by a very large margin, is the manga, and that's most likely because Toyotaro used the feedback from the anime to guide some of his decisions when writing it. It's difficult because the manga and anime both have some very stupid scaling at times, but there were 2 big factors that deemed the manga the victor. First of all, I personally think KO as a person was handled way better than in the anime. In the anime, we couldn't tell if KO transformed because she was annoyed she was irrelevant, or because she's a closet lesbian who's in love with cauliflower. I mean seriously, she blushes as much as Serena every time Ash breathes. In the manga however, Kale is a far more composed and low-key warrior, and the reason she transformed in the tournament is pretty dumb, but it's better than getting called a name. The second reason is how Kefla got defeated in the manga. She tied with Ultimate Gohan, who had just trained for a little bit with Piccolo, while in the show, she somehow forced Goku to use Ultra Instinct and was calling hits stronger than the ones he gave suppressed Jiren weak. I know the fight was sick, but that doesn't excuse how little sense it makes. We can't even use the fact that Goku was tired because he proceeds to fight even harder against Jiren after his fight with Kefla, so congratulations Toyotaro, you did the female Saiyans the best. Anyways, that's all I have to say on these Saiyan women. Hopefully the next time they appear in the show they'll make more sense, but for now, they've thankfully been sent back to the streets. And remember, if you don't want some wavy looking anime t-shirts, hoodies, or accessories, be sure to check out Kaioken clothing in the link below, using the code TELBY for 10% off. And be sure to follow my Instagram at DragonBallTC for daily Dragon Ball memes, updates, and if you want to talk to me, go right ahead. So once again, I appreciate you man taking your time to watch this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and bless.